Welcome home, neighbors.
Welcome home, neighbors.
Hello, neighbors.
We're listening from
Arizona,
Florida,
Maryland,
New York,
New Jersey,
Indianapolis,
California,
Utah,
Michigan,
Iowa,
Massachusetts,
Georgia, Canada,
our home resort is
Animal Kingdom,
Polynesian,
Bay Lake Tower,
Old Key West,
Riviera,
Boardwalk,
Alani Resort,
Boulder Ridge, Copper Creek,
Grand Floridian,
Saratoga Springs,
Beach Club,
and Wilderness Lodge.
and you're listening to
You're listening
to my
DVC Points.
Well, welcome everybody. We are so excited that you decided to join us tonight for my DVC Points Community Hall Live. And we're excited because Chad Pennycuff went and got on a cruise ship with his buddies and he left us the keys to the studio. So here we are with a girls trip takeover night. So I think I'd like to introduce my girls to you that we're going to go on this trip with. So who's out there to go on this trip with us? It's
Hi,
Sandy.
I'm so excited to talk about this. It is definitely on my bucket list. I can't wait till the kids are a little bit older and I don't feel so guilty about leaving them at home.
I bet. I don't feel that guilt at all.
I can't wait to get to that point.
And who else is going with us on this adventure? Oh, it's Holly.
Hey guys, I am so excited also to talk about tonight. I mean, I'm in the same boat as Sandy. I would feel guilty about leaving my kids at home, and they would sure let me know about it. I also feel guilty about leaving my hubby a little bit. So yeah, this will be exciting to dream about.
Absolutely. And then last but not least on our adventure today is Gina.
that happened. Hi, I got to switch
Gina.
Hi, I got to do some switcheroos here. Hi. So, thanks, Caleb. I just want to. Caleb says I'm the best, but this is going to be very fun doing all this stuff. And I'm very excited to share my Disneyland days with everyone. I do Disneyland all the time, solo, with friends, with the husband, with the in-laws. But it'll be fun to share what we do on a girls' trip to Disneyland. So I'm excited.
Absolutely. And a couple of reminders tonight. Tonight, our show is brought to you by DVC Rental Store. Hey, you got extra points you can't use up by the end of the use year? Talk to the rental store. They're going to help you out. Do you need some extra points to plan your buddy weekend? I bet you will after tonight's show. Call them up and get a few extra points to plan the perfect trip with your buddies, whether it be a girls' trip or a guys' trip. Anyway, let them know that we at the My DVC Points podcast send you their way and go have a great trip with them. And also, one last thing to say. We would like to thank Derek Birdsell before the show. He put on his boa and his sequins and his high heels and pretended to be a girl while he put all the technical stuff in the video for us together. So thanks, Derek, for channeling your inner girl tonight. So for girls' night. All right, so we're going on a trip. We're going on a trip. I'm so excited to ask everybody about what we're doing. So you guys in the comment section, we want to hear all about your ideas too. So you're going to have to share with us. But let's start out with where would you stay? Miss Holly, where are you staying?
Well, as a mom of very little children, and all of my girlfriends are moms of fairly young children, we're going to go for a relaxing trip. And we are going to Grand Floridian. And we are going to stay in a 2-bedroom or bigger, depending on how many ladies come. But we're going to go all out in the lap of luxury at the Grand Floridian. You know, you're on the monorail loop for Epcot, and you can walk to Magic Kingdom, and so many amenities close by, which we'll talk about here a little bit later. But yeah, I'm going with Grand Floridian.
Love it.
Excellent. How about Sandy? What you thinking?
So I am very torn. So let's say I have to stay local. Then I would continent local. Then I would definitely try to nab one of those beach houses over at Vero Beach and just pile in as many girlfriends as I can into that place. Lounge with our drinks by the pool all day long, hit up the beach for half the day, long walks, go out for fantastic dinners in the area because you can eat like a king or like a queen rather out there. And that would be if you're staying closer to Walt Disney World and such. Now, if I was going to splurge, I would most definitely do an Alani trip with my girlfriend.
Oh, for sure.
100%.
Yes.
In like the Grand Villa. Come
Oh,
on.
yeah.
That would be the
Well,
ultimate girls.
Me,
I
we're
think there's a
going. We're
spot-
all
of us,
going.
right? Like,
Yes, sign us up.
we'll get like we'll be at the spa every day. You know, like that would be
That
would be
spa's
my-
amazing.
that would be my ultimate.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I love Hawaii. Well,
so-
I'm lucky because, I live in California, so I can stay at home. Also, if I didn't want to stay at home and we wanted to just get away, there are good neighbor hotels that I'd probably stay at because it's way less expensive and I don't have to waste any points. So I'd probably stay at a good neighbor hotel nearby. So I'm not wasting my points on this trip. I'm just going and having a blast. How about you, Marianne?
Well, this is what I'm sorry. I've been worrying about points because Tank has given us the points for this trip. So I'm going with, we're staying in a poly bungalow or a Copper Creek cabin, one of those two. And we're all piling in. And it puts us close enough to Magic Kingdom for the magical water parade at night, but also for transportation. And you'll understand why when I get to my parks thing and my extra activities thing later, why I want to be more Magic Kingdom Epcot centric. So,
Excellent. All right. Let's see what people have been saying. We got Patricia, and she said, there we go. Staying at Boardwalk in 4 days so we can easily get to Epcot, but I am with all of you for Alani. Definitely.
That sounds great.
Well, points aren't an obstacle than a Copper Creek cabin for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, now I'll stay at Grand Cal now that I may as well. I'm not paying for it. That's great.
Absolutely.
All right. And where are we dining?
Okay, Holly.
All right, I'm up. All right, so I'm staying at Grand Floridian, and Grand Floridian has phenomenal dining. If we want to go, high end, when it reopens, there's Victoria and Albert's, there's Citrico's, they're on the monorail loop, there's Cali Grill. We're going to stay close to that resort because, we're taking it easy. We're going to eat and come back to the room. We're not going to be out in the parks all day. Steakhouse 71 over at Bay Lake Tower is going to be reopening and it looks pretty good. It looks phenomenal. So we're going to check that out. And also there are lounges galore. I don't get to do the lounges when I go to Disney World with the littles. So we are lounging it up. Enchanted Rose, Tambu Lounge, Trader Sam's, Top of the World. We're hitting all of those over in that area.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's great.
How about you, Sandy?
I feel a distinct theme that when we're not with our children or we're on like trips with our girlfriends that we want to find like the best bars and lounges in the area. So I am definitely down with that. So if I were at Olani, obviously I would have to hit up the Olelu room, right? Like that's key for the live music in the evenings and just being able to and then find a drink down by the beach and watch the sunset go down with my girlfriends, chit-chatting, or maybe in that, that hot tub that overlooks the sunset. If I were, it's nice.
So nice. So nice.
If I were at Vero, the best place to catch kind of like the evening atmosphere is most definitely the Green Cabin Room. But if I'm going off property, because there's not that much dining on site there, then I would definitely hit up this little restaurant called Southern Social, where they have an amazing barbecue menu. And they have this this Southern fried rice that's just like with brisket. That's amazing, but like Chinese inspired. Anyways, the food is awesome there. They've got amazing cocktails, and that would be my choice.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. And then for me, there's so many choices. Since I travel with a lot of girls who are kind of picky, I do really like the quick service at Disneyland. So you could pick any quick service place. Our quick service is so good. We have the Corn Dog Castle that just has they have a Jack cheese stick that I just love. So I could do that. I could eat around DCA if we have a festival. They have the food and wine. I'll do that. I'll do all the booths. And people who are picky, they can have chicken nuggets anywhere. You can get chicken nuggets anywhere. We have the bread dough place. We have a sourdough place where you can get sourdough bowls with soup or salad. So there's so many quick serve options. So that's what we'll be doing. If we want something fancier, we can go to downtown Disney and do Tortilla Joe's. and have some Mexican cuisine because we're in California. Our Mexican's really good. So,
That sounds
And-
fantastic.
and then if we're really fancy, we do have the Napa
Ooh.
Rose, which is a part of the
Mhm.
Grand Cal, and that is such a great hotel. It's very nice. The ambiance is really nice, and the bartender is awesome there.
Mhm.
So no Trader Sam's there in
Trader Sa-
California?
Trader Sam's is really hard to get into, and I don't want to waste my time waiting in the line.
Alrighty then.
I do like Trader Sam's, but the line has just been horrendous. So I'll wait. I'll wait till things calm down.
All right. Well, for me, we're gonna dine well and we're gonna drink well. That is what we're gonna do because, like Holly, I am there without the children, and so therefore I can do the things that maybe I would choose not to do if I have my kids with me. So, but I have always wanted to dine at Cali Grill for fireworks. I have always wanted to do that. And my children are chicken nugget French fry kids. And
They'll be hanging with us.
I cannot justify in a million years spending that kind of cash. But with girlfriends, with drinks in our hands, I just think that would be fantastic. And I think we would skip dessert. And I'll tell you why. Because I think we're going downstairs to that new Steakhouse 71. Because have you seen the picture of that cake?
I have.
The 11-layer cake.
Top
That
of the world.
chocolate cake. And I'm like, because right now Top of the World isn't open, but now if Top of the World opens, we're doing it 2 days. We're going to have Steakhouse 71 cake one day, and we're going to have Top of the World cake one day, and then have a cake off. Which one of those cakes is going to be the best cake?
So good.
That sounds so good. Now, for during the day, like lunch type of thing, probably going to do my standard. We'll probably do some food booths because we're going to be there during food booth time
Definitely.
at Epcot. But then we're going to get a Grand Marnier slush, and we're going to go into La Halls, and we're going to get some quiche and some bread. And then that way we can drink 2 or 3 of the Grand Marnier slushes as we work our way around over to the other side of the park. So, I think maybe going to buy a big tumbler and just pour those drinks in from that glass so I don't have a spill. And I can just wander all the way over there with a whole bunch of Grand Marnier slush.
It
to make
sounds
me happy.
that's so delicious.
And it'll stay chilled.
And it'll stay chilled, right?
Yeah.
And nobody will know that that's not water in that tumbler.
Exactly. They won't ever know. So Patricia's doing our Koozies and hopefully Space 220, but she'd love to treat everyone to a spa day. Oh, I love that, Patricia. That's fabulous. And yes, Vicky adds, Jazz Kitchen is also great for food and drinks at Downtown Disney. Now, the layout for Downtown Disney, if you have never been, you exit Grand Cal or you exit Disneyland and you turn either left or right and you walk maybe 200 yards and you're there. So it's not like you're leaving the area or you don't have to take a bus or anything. You just walk. And then when you're done, you turn around and you walk back to the theme park and you can turn left to go to Disneyland or go right to DCA. So it's very nice. Downtown Disney is really easy. And Caleb's joining us on our girls trip and he's going to Riviera in a Grand Villa. It would have a stop at La Cava de Tequila and a stop at the French Pavilion for Grand Marnier slushies. He's joining you, Marianne. Crepes and all things French. I love that, Caleb. Yes, come with us.
Caleb,
Only if he
Riviera
wears-
Grand Villa was my second choice.
There you
only
go.
if he wears a boa and heels.
And high heels, definitely. And it's always food booth time at Epcot. True, I agree.
Pretty much, yes.
And you would find me and my girls at Geyser Point. Love that, Amy. That's great. Oh, woman, I forgot about.
Haleo, yeah.
Yeah.
Haleo.
I think it was
And
oh,
SDK.
man.
Yeah.
I know. Oh, woman. That's great. I love it, Caleb. I love it.
Another great place I think in Disney Springs for that sort of thing is maybe STK. Like they've got a really
Oh,
good
that's
vibe
so
there.
fun. They have
Yeah.
that was great. We did that. It was very fun.
And
Okay,
I like the appetizers at Jock Lindsay's.
Oh,
I like
yes,
the small
they're
plates at
delicious. It's
Jock
true.
Lindsay's. At Jock
Oh, I
Lindsay's.
have not been there.
And they have good drinks too. So there you
They
go.
have excellent drinks there.
I need to put that on my list.
Mm.
Okay, so this is a two-parter. I made it one banner, but it's a two-parter. So which parks are you going to and which attractions are you doing since you don't have your kiddos with you?
Okay. So for us, when we have kiddos, you're going from one to the next. You're trying to keep them busy and trying to fit in everything that everybody wants to do in the time that you have. So we're going to slow way down. We're not going to hit any attractions on our actual park days, and I'll talk about that here in our extra section. But we're just going to slow way down and take in all of the stuff that we don't normally get a lot of time for. Shows, shopping, just hitting up the nostalgia of the parks. We're going to hit Magic Kingdom because that's the OG. Like, you have to hit Magic Kingdom, and we're just going to check out all the little hidden secrets and things that you don't get time for with kids. And then we're going to go to Epcot, and we're going to stroll World Showcase nice and slow all the way down.
Awesome.
We're going to go through all of those gift shops and hit all those food booths and check out all of it. Do all the things in World
And
Showcase.
not one single Kid Cot station. Not
Not
one.
one Kid Cot, and you don't have
No
to
figments.
rush. That's
Yeah.
the thing. You don't have to rush
Mhm.
through. You can just leisurely, which I love. I love that.
Don't get me wrong. I love taking my children to Disney.
course.
It is like
Absolutely.
This is just a
what I live
dream.
for. Yes.
This
But
is
yes.
a dream relaxing.
I'm ready for this dream to happen.
And then for me, we're going to skip Animal Kingdom and we're going to hit Hollywood Studios because I do enjoy the like old Hollywood vibe of the original part of the park. And we typically spend a lot of time in Toy Story Land and, Galaxy's Edge. And we're just going to kind of go down Sunset Boulevard and Hollywood Boulevard and around Echo Lake and catch some of the shows that, usually on the back burner. That's kind of the last thing we do if we have time. But yeah. We're going to skip Animal Kingdom. We usually get through most of Animal Kingdom, and so I don't think there's anything I really need to go back for and kind of hit at a leisurely pace. So, how about you, Sandy?
I feel like if we were at Walt Disney World with my girlfriends, I would really want to hit up like all the shows, like do like almost a show tour,
Yeah.
like just
Mhm.
hit up all like Finding Nemo the musical so that I can just bawl my eyes out because I do that like every single time I see that musical, and just hit that up with all like my girlfriends. The other thing that I really like to do is to even like, if we have grandparents or whatever in tow, is we like to like drink our way around the monorail.
Mhm.
Oh.
That's one of my favorite things to do. You stop at all the great lounges that are all at the hotels along the monorail. So that's one of my favorite things to do. And if I'm at like Olani, I would say the spa. Like I just want to hit up the spa. It's just
It is an
amazing
attraction.
there.
It is-
and it's
it is
an
an
attraction
attraction.
unto
It is.
itself. Like,
It really is.
So that's what I would definitely hit up there. As well as like if I were in Vero, they have this really cool thing where you can rent kind of acrylic based kayaks and you can do like Indian
Fun.
River with them. Yeah. So that
Cool.
I feel like that would be something fun to do kind of all together as girlfriends and go check out the wildlife and stuff and just peacefulness and not have to worry about the kayak tipping over because you have a child who's like too wiggly in it and like that sort of thing, So
Absolutely.
those are my kind of like choices. What do you think, Gina, about at Disneyland?
So Vicky will chime in if she's still watching. We will go and we will literally walk around, eat, drink, retail therapy. And if the lines are super duper short, like we're talking, you don't have to wait. You walk, maybe Pirates, maybe a Pirates ride, maybe a single rider Radiator Springs Racers. And that's about it. But just walking around, taking it slow, going retail therapy for sure. That's my attraction is the retail therapy. Because when I bring the husband or the in-laws or any kids, it's always rides, go, fast. And we don't get to see any merch. I'm like, I live here and I have seen nothing. So it's the girls' time to do the retail therapy and to go slow and to really enjoy the sights.
Is it just me or do I feel like a girls' trip would just be like to slow down the pace? I don't know what it is, but it just feels like if I were to go on a girls' trip, it would be just to like smell the roses along the way, check out all the little details. Like I don't even care if I go onto an attraction, honestly. I just want to like enjoy the time there together.
Yeah, and we have the best time just walking around. And the fun of it is, we can just walk right onto Pirates. We don't have to wait.
Yes.
That's the best.
Yep.
Absolutely. So I'm a little different from you guys. I'm not a big shopper. So I probably, and my friend Beth, who is the person that I probably would be doing this adventure with, is also. I mean, we can shop, but we're kind of junky. And so we actually are going to go. I'm going to go into Epcot. We're going to go Soarin'. And then we're going to go to France and get our Grand Marnier slushies. And we're going to wander all the way through the pavilions. It'll be wonderful to wander through the pavilions and actually be able to look at things.
Yes.
True. Very true.
Right?
It will be wonderful. And then we sneak all the way around. And then we're going to go and get our margarita. And then pour our turvises that our Grand Marnier slushies are out of. And then we're going to just go and hop on the Grand Fiesta Tour with our margaritas in our cups.
Love it.
So on your way, can I make a suggestion?
Yes.
The Japan Pavilion has green tea sake slushies that are really yummy.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
See?
I
There you
love
go. And like, for example, I have been reading this really cool fiction book series set in the parks, and they've been talking about this China pavilion and all of this stuff in there. And I'm going, huh?
Where?
Where? I haven't seen this, because the children and we go like, and my husband go whoosh, right past
Yep.
China to the next thing. And I'm like, I am actually going to get to go in and explore and find all the places in this book. And so after we ride the Grand Fiesta Tour, because we can't not do that, we'll probably skip Test Track and those rides, but we will end up thanking the Phoenicians
Yes.
as
have
we
to.
leave.
You have
Yes.
to.
We must thank the Phoenicians.
You may or
So-
may not still have your refillable mugs with you.
Who knows? There's a there at Joffrey's. There's a certain strawberry slushy alcoholic drink that I also tend to like, so I could see filling that up for the ride to thank the Phoenicians. And
I love
then
it.
thank you God for the bus. Thank you God for the bus. But then I think we would spend a day in the Magic Kingdom also, hit favorite highlights, which are not technically all the mountains. We would hit some of the mountains, but not all of them. And we might ride Jungle Cruise. And then we would probably have smuggled in some special mommy juice in our turvises and ride People Mover over and over and
Favorite.
over
I love the
again.
People Mover.
People Mover
Because-
is my favorite.
I love it.
No one will
That and Carousel
complain.
Fun.
No one's going to complain when we ride the People Mover over and over
It's
and
my
over again.
favorite. It's my
So,
favorite.
and if
Okay.
there's an extra half day, we're going to ride Tower of Terror till we puke and then leave.
Love it. Love it.
There you go. But that's my park plan and my attractions
That's
plan.
great. That's great. So
I'm
Vicky,
thinking.
Vicky's with me. We do it. This is what we do. We literally don't go on any rides. It's our best day. So Patricia says slow and relaxing is our way too. At Epcot, they're doing the food and wine in every country and shopping in between. Do want to do Soarin' and no searching for a Figment or whatever character is hiding. And we are go, go, go. Who needs sleep kind of girls? When people say, oh, I want to go to Disney with you, I ask them how much they like sleep.
That's our
That's the
normal
world.
Amy, you are my people.
That's a world. That's world for us for sure. With world. So, and then Caleb's with you, Sandy. His girls trip includes the shows, Festival of the Lion King and Voices of Liberty, and the Rotunda would be
Yep.
on the list for sure. Good, great. And Marianne, that 40-ounce tumbler is going to migrate from Epcot to Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yes, it will. It totally will.
I love it.
Aw.
It sounds like we're all planning such fun trips. I kind of can't wait to do this, girls. We're going to have
I
to make this
know.
happen.
When are we going?
Right? And yeah. And where's these magic points?
Yeah.
Wait,
And unlimited fun.
didn't Chad say he was bankrolling this?
I
Isn't
thought
that what
so.
he
Okay,
said when
perfect.
we?
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
That's right.
I
missed
distinctly
that
remember
memo.
that.
Perfect. So we'll do a coast to coast tour. We'll start
There you go.
start on one side and fly all the way across and end
You're
it on
forgetting
Lonnie.
Olani. I was gonna say.
Yep.
Oh, Amy, I love you. You're my girl.
Oh, let me see what she posted.
You have to see what she posted.
Oh, nice. I'm not going to read that one out loud.
I have one. Today.
Nice.
Now I have a new use for it.
Absolutely.
So when this comes out on the podcast, They just know. Just know.
Yeah.
So if you're listening on the podcast, sorry, I'm not saying it out loud. Oh, and
I love that.
join Patreon. Thanks, Dan. Join Patreon to support the girls' trip. Yes, yes,
Who
please.
doesn't want to?
That's great. All right. So here's our next
Pretty
question.
fun.
Just
So this
think
is
just think
Oh,
of the
go ahead.
meetup we could have on a girls' trip,
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Come on, just think
Yeah.
of the meetup we could have.
Be
Takeover.
awesome.
So what activities would you enjoy? So this is not the parks, not the attractions. What would you enjoy off site or on site, but off, not in the parks?
Okay.
So Holly, go ahead.
So I took this to mean extras that you would dream to do if you have unlimited funds. Okay. So this does include a little bit in the parks for me, but it's extras. So when I was talking about parks, I said I'm not really going to hit any attractions on our park days because one of our days is going to be a VIP tour day.
Perfect.
And we're going to just do all the attractions we want to do on that day.
That's
We're going
great.
to hit all 4 parks. We're going to have one, day of go so that we can relax the rest of the days and still feel like we're getting to do what we want to do. We're also going to book an after fireworks dessert party. I've always wanted to do a dessert party, but with littles, I balk at spending the money with how late it is. And is it worth it for them to eat one cupcake? I don't know. So I'm going to do an after fireworks dessert party because then you can just stroll right out of that park that's almost empty and it's super late and you don't have to worry about any sleeping children and strollers that you have to transfer or, get back to bed when you get back to the room.
And think of the pictures you can get with your girlfriends in a near empty park at close like
You
that.
can do the ones where you're like laying on the street and
Mhm.
Love those
nobody's around you.
Yeah. Definitely.
And then, we're at the Grand Floridian. So after our VIP tour day where we go, we're going to need to relax. So we're going to hit the spa for a day because the spa there is phenomenal. And we're going to just get all the services. We're just going to do all the things there. We're going to get, massages, facials, manicures, pedicures, everything. And then something I've always wanted to do is we don't spend a lot of time at Disney Springs. It's restaurants and shopping. There's not a lot to entertain the kids. So I want to do a Disney Springs like lounge bar crawl.
Yes.
Lindsay's. I want to hit Enzo's. I want to try the Edison. I want to go to Wine Bar George and the Dockside Bar at the Boathouse. I just want to hit all of the little places that I always hear about and we just haven't made it over to yet. So
Yes.
I'm going
that's
to
my
show you.
list of
I'm going to
extras.
show you what your husband said. I'm surprised you didn't want to do the tea at Grand Flow.
Princess Tea.
That was going to be one of my things because we've
Aw.
actually done it. It's not the princess tea, but the high tea.
Yeah.
And we've
Yeah,
done
oh,
it.
yeah.
It was fantastic. We loved it. Even with the kids, it was great.
Yeah, awesome. How about you, Sandy? What are your extras that you're going to do?
So extras kind of out of the park. If I were in Vero Beach, they have a really cute little kind of town center with like great shops. So I would definitely spend some time doing that. They also have a couple of really nice lounges around the area. So I would also go and hit one of those kind of every night along with a nice dinner out. If we were in Hawaii, definitely shopping in like Honolulu. So, like I think it's called the Ala Moana Shopping Center there. So that one has kind of really interesting stuff going on. Maybe snorkeling out by the they have like one special place kind of past Diamond Head where you can go snorkeling and do that sort of thing there. And then if I were back in the parks, like I said, the high tea at the Grand Flow, we really enjoyed that, and it'd be really fun to do with girlfriends, as well as there's a Starlight Safari over at Animal Kingdom Lodge that we did once that we loved. We did it kind of as a date night out one night, and that was amazing to do together. So I would definitely do that with all my girlfriends, all on the safari trek all together. That would be awesome.
Yeah, sounds
And what about you, Gina?
Oh, real quick, I'm going to show this one. So I didn't mean to be sassy. I just said it as I thought it was Princess Tea. Sorry. Okay. So for us, what I love to do is the spa. We have a new spa called Tanaya, and we can't use it yet. So it's only for people staying at the hotel. So I'd have to use my points and then go to the new spa and get some treatments. Once it opens to public, we'll be doing that. The other things that I love to do around Disneyland is they have a garden walk area, which has different restaurants, and you could do that. They have the downtown Disney area. They have really good bars and restaurants, which are always fun. And then inside the park, the after hours parties are really the best. And so when Holly said that, I'm like, yeah, the after hours parties for sure.
And because
So-
it's pixie dusted, you know,
Right.
it could
You don't
just
have to worry.
coincide with Moonlight Magic.
It definitely
Right.
could.
Oh yeah.
And it could be any after hours party. So I've done the Mickey's Halloween party here. I've done the one in Florida also. I just love those because I feel like there's less people and we can do more attractions and really enjoy the time. So if we didn't do any rides, we could do some things that we wanted to later on because there'll be no lines because I hate waiting in line.
No,
So Marianne?
I hate waiting in line too. So
Yeah.
I'm with you. An after hours event would be awesome
Yeah.
to do with, and you can do an after hours that goes to 1 a.m. with your girlfriends because nobody's going to whine at you that they're tired. So it's like the perfect scenario, right? So something like that. But I think what I would do, to be honest, is I would rent at a fireworks cruise in Epcot that takes you out in the lagoon there at Epcot and watch the fireworks with a group of girlfriends and a wine because they serve wine on that one. And just really enjoy watching the fireworks without having to hold somebody so that they can see over the person in front of you or be jockeying around the people's iPads that they're holding up to video and all the things about fireworks that I really hate. But really, I love Disney fireworks. So it would be a great way to see those cool Disney fireworks.
Mhm.
So
And
something
not be
like
in the
that.
crowd.
And not be in the crowd.
I
and
love not
be
being in the crowd.
mess.
Yeah.
And then I think we would, ride the boat back to the dock and then hop off and wander over to Jelly Rolls for us and for a
Definitely.
little
Great choice.
dueling pianos because
Yeah.
I love
Yeah, for sure.
dueling pianos. That makes it just makes me so happy. So that's one of my favorite things. And I think one night we probably will close down Trader Sam's. I guess we will get in line and we will wait.
Because
in
why
line.
not?
And because we won't have any kids bothering us and going, why are we this so that you can get a drink? This is dumb.
So there's a
There's
little tip there. When
there's
they
a
close
pool bar.
Yeah, well, often when Trader Sam's close, everything is closed at that point. Except you can sit in the lobby and they hand you your drink in a takeaway cup. So
I love that. That's just-
I may or
I
may not
love
have
that.
done that the entire trip that my mom was with us.
we might be like what a poly bungalow. See, so closing down Trader Sam's isn't a big deal if you're at a
No.
poly bungalow,
Exactly.
right?
True.
You don't have to go very far.
And then you can just go and hang out in your plunge pool and just really enjoy what those
Yeah.
bungalows there. And
Oh,
I just
amazing.
think that the whole idea of doing this, I love my husband, and we've done the two of us before where we just went and we had a great time. Don't get me wrong. And I loved taking my kids and I love spending, even just when it's just Katie and I love those trips. But the idea of doing a trip with just my girlfriends without anything else, because Beth's gone with me. My best friend Beth has gone with me before and we've gone, but Katie was with us. Or we were there for the national cheerleading competition. So while
Oh,
Beth and Michelle and I were there and we were having a great time in between cheerleading things,
right.
there was always cheerleading stuff as a part of it, which was fine, but and it
You
was
still
great.
didn't get the ultimate right.
Exactly.
It's always your kid wins a national championship. Don't get me wrong. It's always great. But on the other hand, the idea that we could sleep till 10:30,
Yeah.
11, and nobody's going to be going, mom,
We're missing
Mom.
out.
Or if we decide to get up and go early, we can.
Mhm.
It's going to be, I just think trip is, or a buddy's, if you're a guy, a buddy's trip. If you were planning a buddy's day fishing with your buddies,
Oh, yeah, that'd be so
Mhm.
fun.
on one of their with their guides who take you out where all the
Mhm.
fish actually are, how
Mhm.
fun would that be? or
Amazing.
my husband's to golf, but would he ever pay to golf on our family?
No.
Probably not. Those
No.
are great golf courses, though.
Mhm.
So if he was there with a bunch of guys, I could
They would have-
totally see them golfing the entire trip.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's a lot for either buddy trips or for girls trips on these at Disney World.
Yeah.
Everybody assumes it's for families and for kids.
Exactly.
But really Disney isn't. That's the beauty of DVC. Guys, we can go for a couple of days and do this, or we can, and still have plenty of time to do our family trips too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or couples can go without their kids. Dan and I have not been without our kids since our honeymoon. So I am looking forward to getting back, just on a couples trip with him. A lot of the things that I said tonight, I think we could also do as a couple.
Definitely.
So, yeah, I am looking forward to that time also.
Yeah.
And then Caleb's thinking of a painting class at Top of the World and a spa day at
great
Saratoga.
idea.
That's a great.
Ooh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, great combo.
Yeah. And then Rebecca would also do a spa day. I love getting facials on vacation. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you, Rebecca, we went to Alani and I had the first facial since COVID. That was the best facial I had in my entire life. And my facialist said this was the best facial I ever gave because I just needed it so bad and she needed to do it so bad. It was great.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And Amy agrees. Yes, the fireworks cruises are amazing. And
That's
Caleb, every time you all say with my girlfriends, you should add and Caleb. My girlfriends and Caleb. Caleb, you are invited. You're invited for sure. That's saying.
Actually, we'll take Bree. Caleb, we love, but we're taking Bree.
And then Amy says they do a family trip at least once a year, but she also gets a yearly girls trip. That's
I
great.
love that idea, and that you just kind of dedicated one trip for the family and one trip for a girls trip. That's a great idea.
That's
Definitely.
awesome.
Especially if you have a lot of sisters and you have a big family. That would be so fun just with the
Yeah.
sisters. Yeah. And then Vicky can't wait for the spot Grand Cal to open to non-guests so we can go. I checked today just to make sure. No, it's still only guests. I was checking prices.
Painful. So painful. It's so painful.
It does.
I just think that I agree. I think Amy's got it. I think Amy's got it right. I think we should. I think that it's important for those relationships too, with those friends,
Definitely.
to have planned that time away with them, even if it's just 2 or 3 days.
Right.
That's
Just a
so
weekend.
helpful,
Yeah.
and so I think it would be fun. But you know what I think the best girls trip would be? On a cruise.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Definitely.
It's true. Why didn't we come up
Disney
with
Cruise
right off the
Line.
bat, especially with Chad on a cruise right now?
Right?
Right.
I mean, we wouldn't even have to plan anything. We could just get
I
on the
know.
cruise and just kind of just go with it.
And that's one I would have to do as a girls trip because my husband will not cruise.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so let's plan this holiday.
Yeah, we'll plan
Then
that.
we'll plan this. Then we'll plan this.
I would definitely.
I'm in.
Yeah. Because once you get on that ship, you can just buy that spa package, and that's it.
All right. I'm in.
Oh, okay. Christy is staying at the Grand Cal for Halloween party. So check out the spa, please, and report back to us locals who
Can't
We're
go.
missing it.
yeah.
We're
Yay.
missing it.
So
do we
this is
have?
so fun.
All right. I think that's all we've got for us tonight.
It is.
So
So-
that's great. Those are all my questions. Oh, we have any more comments? Okay. So we have nice show, ladies. Sounds like I need to pick up a sidekick to fund this next adventure.
Yeah.
I have no issue with that.
And if you want to bankroll me, my Venmo is Peter Grotsky.
here it is. Girls trip GoFundMe. The girls trip GoFundMe, right?
Yeah, we could put that on our vehicles.
Yes.
you know?
Their Venmo.
The first time away from the Real Housewives,
Yes,
first time
yes.
away from their families.
Real Housewives of Disney World.
There you go. That's us.
Yes. Great. So great. Oh, do we have anything else? Oh, join Patreon. Oh, join Patreon, please. Okay, I'll put that banner up so everyone can join Patreon so Dan doesn't have to pay for me.
Yep. Hey, thanks everybody for coming and watching our show tonight. We really appreciate it, and we hope that you have been inspired to try something new and exciting. So,
One more.
but Oh,
Yay. Thanks, Jess. These trips
You
sound
can come
amazing,
with.
guys.
Yeah.
you can
Yes,
come with.
you're invited.
Jess.
You're invited.
Everybody's invited. Let's just take everybody. It'll be
Yay.
great.
Sounds like we
So,
need to plan a meetup.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think
Girls
so.
meetup.
It would be awesome. So,
Yeah.
thanks everybody. We appreciate your time tonight.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good night, folks.
Good night.